My name is Maya. I was 19 years old when I first realized something in my life was wrong. Not dramatic wrong. Not movie scary wrong. Quiet wrong. The kind of wrong that doesn't scream at you. It just sits there, waiting, until you start questioning your own thoughts. I don't remember the exact night it started. I remember the feeling. Like the room wasn't empty anymore. The first night. It was past midnight. That time of night when the world feels paused. No cars outside. No voices. Even the air feels still. My lights were off. My phone was plugged in, charging on the floor beside my bed. The screen was dark. The room was quiet. Too quiet. I was lying on my back, staring at the ceiling, trying to fall asleep. And then I felt it. That pressure in your chest. The kind that makes you stop breathing for a second. Not because you're scared yet. But because your body senses something before your mind does. I remember thinking. Why do I feel like this? I slowly sat up in bed. The darkness didn't change. Nothing moved. Still, I whispered. Hello. My voice sounded small. Weak. Nothing answered. But the feeling didn't leave. It stayed. Heavy. Watching. Trying to explain it. The next morning, I told my mom. We were standing in the kitchen. Sunlight coming through the window. Normal life. I said. Mom. I feel like something is watching me at night. She smiled. Not a mean smile. Not a worried one either. Just tired. Maya, she said, you've been watching too many scary videos. That was it. No questions. No pause. Just dismissal. At school, I told my best friend. She laughed and said. You're dramatic. You always overthink. I told my teacher. She looked at me and said I looked tired. No one asked why I was scared. And that's when the fear changed. Because when no one believes you, you start wondering if you shouldn't believe yourself either. Night 2. That night, I slept with the lights on. I thought that would help. Light means safety, right? I lay there staring at the ceiling again. The room bright now, familiar. But the feeling came back. Stronger. Closer. It didn't rush. It didn't move. It waited. And that's when I realized something that made my stomach drop. Whatever was watching me didn't care if the lights were on. The silence that followed. I tried to distract myself. I played music softly. I scrolled on my phone. I told myself I was being ridiculous. But the silence between sounds felt thick. Like something was listening between every note. Every time I stopped moving, the pressure returned. I pulled the blanket tighter around me. I told myself to sleep. And then I felt it again. Closer this time. Not touching. Just present. Like someone standing near the bed. Not moving. Just waiting for me to notice. The moment everything changed. I sat up again. Heart pounding. And I whispered. Is someone there? The room stayed silent. But the pressure deepened. As if whatever it was liked being acknowledged. That's when fear truly settled in. Not panic. Not screaming fear. The slow, sinking realization that this wasn't imagination. This wasn't stress. This was something that reacted. Alone with it. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, the feeling got worse. Like it leaned closer when I wasn't looking. Morning came eventually. But relief didn't. Because daylight didn't erase it. It just made it quieter. Waiting for night again. That night, lying awake, lights still on. I felt something new. Breathing. Not loud. Not close. But, wrong. Too slow. Too steady. And I knew, deep down. This wasn't something that appeared by accident. It had noticed me first. And now. It wasn't leaving.